All right, Coach Jay here, IYC Coaching. Today, I'm going to share a dirty secret that gyms and fitness centers don't want you to know. Hang around, I'll get to that. So, let's talk about getting in shape. And when I say get in shape, most folks are talking about fat loss. They want to lose excess body fat. If your goal is to train for an event, a competition, that's a little bit different. So when I program athletes for competition, it's a very different mindset than when I program somebody for fat loss. So let's get to that. So there's basically three things that a good program for fat loss will have. It'll have a plan that revolves around nutrient-dense foods, things like above-ground vegetables, lean meats, things that avoid empty calories. You know, your breads, your cereals, sodas, those kind of things are really pretty crappy, and most people know that. It will also have an activity component. Now, the activity component, as we'll get to in a little bit, could vary drastically from something hardcore and intense to something very light and mild. But the element that probably is going to make the most difference and have the biggest impact in your fat loss program is your accountability. And the way we do accountability is that we have a trainer follow up with you on what you eat, your activity, your weight or measurements or whatever metric we use to determine success, and they will modify things and get feedback for you. Now, a lot of people get really hung up on the exercise component, and I want to talk about this for a moment. I can tell you, I've been doing fitness instruction for over 25 years, and the amount of benefit that exercise contributes to your program is probably in the ballpark of 10 to 15% of your success. And that sounds kind of disappointing. I know, I'm sad. So why is it then that exercise is so heavily promoted? If you go to any advertisement for a gym that wants to help you lose weight, almost inevitably you're going to see an advertisement with someone lifting weights, someone on a spin bike, somebody high-fiving a partner after a hard workout, somebody, maybe in a kickboxing class like what I teach, maybe somebody doing, running outside. You're going to see exercise. So why is exercise so excitingly promoted for fat loss when it's a very small part of the program? Here's my belief. My belief is exercise is a very visceral, tangible thing. It leads to immediate feedback. If you go through a hard workout, you feel it. You're tired, you're sweaty. The next day, your muscles are sore. You feel energized. Your endorphins are flowing. So exercise is a great thing. I don't want to minimize that. The other side of the coin is if we go to Costco and you buy a big package of lean meat and you go home and you cook it and you portion it up and you put it in little plastic containers. Now, that is going to go a lot farther towards helping you get to your fat loss goals than the exercise will, but it's not super exciting. Very few people get excited about doing meal prep or having meals delivered. I don't think I've ever cooked up 6 pounds of chicken and go, yes, that was amazing. Okay, maybe I have, but I'm a little weird that way. My point is, exercise gives immediate, tangible feedback. People get excited about it. They feel like they're moving forward. Whereas eating healthy meals, prepping healthy meals, it just doesn't have the same feedback. So the third part of that equation, we have some activity, you need some nutrient-dense foods, is the accountability. And accountability works amazingly well because if you know that somebody is following up with what you're eating and your exercise program and your measurements, you're far more likely to actually follow through with it. It's a human nature. When humans know behavior is being observed, behavior changes. It's just the way it works. So when we do an accountability program, we want all three elements in there. We want the good quality food, we want some activity, and we want the accountability. And that is what makes the program so successful. Any good program will usually have those three elements. So let's talk about exercise for a minute. What kind of exercise is the best? Now, here's a secret I will tell you. The best exercise program for losing weight is the one you actually do. I know, mind-blowing. So I can prescribe an amazing fitness conditioning program that would take you from zero to hero and would have all the elements of periodization and progressive overload and metabolic, factors. But if you absolutely hate doing it, you're only going to do it while you're paying me to do it. You won't continue after the fact. So I'd rather have a client say, well, I like a gentle walk after dinner that they will do than giving them a program that's going to be impossible for them to follow up on. So that's not the dirty secret. That's just the secret. So you're probably thinking, well, coach, what is the dirty secret that gyms don't really want you to know? Well, with the information I've given you, it's reasonable to deduce that you don't actually need the gym at all. If you know that eating healthy, and by eating healthy, I mean nutrient-dense foods in reasonable portions, and slight activity along with accountability is what you need to lose weight, you don't actually need to be in the fitness center. You could do that from home. In fact, many of our clients do just that. Remote training for fat loss works really just as well as in-person training for fat loss. The difference is our classes are fun. People have a good vibe. They like to get to know each other. They make friends. They do social stuff. Well, in a normal world, they do social stuff. You know how that goes. So that's the benefit of that. But as far as results, the results are virtually indistinguishable between in-person training and virtual training as long as there's an accountability component. I have another dirty secret. So here's a dirty secret that clients have to face once they are gifted with this information. So knowing that exercise is a tiny part of the equation for success, and that nutrition and accountability are the prime movers of the success, the excuse of I don't have time to exercise all of a sudden becomes invalid. And that's an uncomfortable truth to face because now it's all on you. So if you have a busy schedule, you work a lot, you have kids, you have school, you have other obligations, that doesn't absolve you from the responsibility of eating nutrient-dense foods and being accountable for your results. I know, super uncomfortable. It's all in your lap. This personal accountability stuff is really tough. So the dirty secret for gyms is you don't really need the gym. The dirty secret for clients is you don't need to have a lot of time. Matter of fact, really 3 to 5 minutes a day is all it takes to get massive results for this. Most of our female clients that do our program for, like, say, 6 weeks, we do different lengths of time. Most females in 6 weeks will lose between 12 and 18 pounds, sometimes a little more. Most of our male members in 6 weeks will lose between 15 and 25 pounds, sometimes more. It's just because they're held accountable. Now, let's talk about something else. So accountability means you're going to follow through and you're going to take the feedback of whoever's checking up on you. And that might be you. So if you go to Facebook or Instagram or any number of other social media platforms, it will not be hard to find free groups that are going to do accountability. Like, hey guys, we're all going to get together and do a 6-week fat blast or whatever they want to call it. It doesn't cost anything. Just join in and be part of the crowd and be on our team. I can tell you from experience that if I were to run a program that had 100 clients and they came in for free, because I've done this, the success rate of people actually finish, I don't mean success rate like people lose a lot of weight. I mean success rate of people actually consistently following through and finishing the 6 weeks is less than 20%. That means out of those 100 people who did that free Facebook group fat loss program, only about 15 or 20 of them are actually going to still be doing it at the end. And they'll probably get some pretty good results. But those folks will probably get pretty good results on any program. Now, when you have somebody who comes in and they pay for a program, they pay $300, $500, $1,000 for 3 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever it is. Once they have skin in the game, the percentage of success of finishing the program and getting correspondingly exciting results is massively different. It's almost inverse. For people who pay good money for a program, I would say, this is conservative, 80% of them are still on the program at the end of it. So those guys and girls who go through the program are going to get great results. So now that you have this knowledge, my question is, as your coach, what are you going to do about it? So you can just go, well, that's really interesting, and click on another video. Maybe there's some cats playing with a duck. There's all kinds of cool stuff on the internet. My hope is that you'll hear this information and you'll realize really how easy it is to get to where you want to be as far as fat loss goes. And I say fat loss instead of fitness because if you're in America where I am, the vast majority of our population is overweight. A large percentage of them are clinically obese. And there's a lot of denial about that. And there's nothing healthy about being obese. Not only is it not attractive, but it's not healthy either. So you don't need to be a shredded six-pack wearing fitness model to be healthy. But if you're carrying around an extra 60 pounds of body fat, no bueno, my friends. All right, so hope this is useful for you. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe to this channel. Click the bell notification. That's going to allow me to bring more of this stuff to you as much as possible. I have so much stuff I want to share with you guys. I'm excited to be on board. So please like and subscribe, and I will do my best to bring you content worthy of that. All right, Coach Jay out. I'll talk to you soon.